Okay, how do I start a video? I haven't made a video in a long time. Hey man, Dave here. I decided I haven't made a video in a long time talking about anything at all. So, I suppose the natural course would... So I suppose the natural course would be to talk about how it's been after I left Roblox, after I started making games on other platforms. Well, it's not like a spiritual journey or anything. I mean, it felt good to leave Roblox. You know, I knew that, now I wasn't gonna be in the the pit of, among the pit of weird Roblox devs. But, I talked to someone else about this. They're like, well, I don't feel like Roblox, I don't feel like, being put with Roblox devs would be a thing that would happen. The weirdo ones, that much. And I'm like, you know what, that's fine. So I guess my main reason for leaving Roblox would have just been the fact that they take like 80% of your cut. They just take away like 80% of what you would make on Roblox, which, I find that a lot of people are still a bit confused about what I mean when I say I'm leaving Roblox so I can make more money, which, yes, technically I'm making more money by leaving Roblox, but not for the purpose of getting rich or anything. I don't want to buy a boat, buy a yacht, nothing like that. Just, maybe I should look at the camera, practice eye contact. Not to like buy a boat or anything, but just to like, be financially stable, have a house, have food, things like that. Just support my family too. Things like that. And I feel like making games that aren't on Roblox would be very helpful in that regard, because there's also another argument that can be made that making games on Roblox is good for audience-wise. I should turn on the fan. It's very hot in here. There's also another argument that can be made that making games on Roblox is good because you would have a pretty large audience to work with. And yeah, I think that's true. But I don't think I can really take advantage of that because, come on. I'm not expecting myself to make that. I'm not expecting myself to get like hundreds and thousands of fans. Come on now, that's not gonna happen. I can hope though. I can hope that would happen, but I don't think that would happen. Like, maybe like 500, but not like thousands and thousands. Come on. I have like no faith in that, but I can believe. I can hope. My ego can tell me, yeah, that would happen, but realistically, I don't. That's like one in a hundred, basically. 1 in a million. I don't know. But even if I don't truly believe that, I think realistically it's safe to assume that I wouldn't have that much. So, in another way, I guess going to Steam would be good too. By the way, not just Steam, but like itch.io, things like that. Just anywhere that is in Roblox. Some place that you can sell it for real money. Dollars. I can put my game on for $5 and make $5. Not exactly $5, but like $3.99. It's like Steam would take away 30%, but I can put my game on for $5. You guys can buy it for $5. If I put my game on to earn $5 on Roblox, you guys would need to put $20 in, because that's like 1,900 Robux. You guys would need to pay 1,900 Robux if I wanted to get $5 away from that transaction. That is nuts. So I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't want to overcharge my fans. Do I have fans? I wouldn't want to overcharge the people who are just interested in playing a game. And hey, on Steam you can refund it. Come on now. Come on. Who would deny a refund? Who would pass up the opportunity to make a refund? And guess what? My game is 2 hours. So if you beat the game under 2 hours, you can refund it pretty easily. Because my game would be only like 2 hours. You can beat it in like 2 hours. That's really silly, actually. That's really funny. But yeah, you can if you wanna if you want, you could just beat the game and refund it. That's actually really funny. What the hell? But yeah. So I think getting off of Roblox would be pretty smart, finance wise. If you're not expecting to get like to really hit big with an audience, and I don't think the games that I'm making would really do that, because the games I'm making is stuff like narrative, story-driven crap. You play once, finish, don't come back, no replay value, things like that. But other games like Steal a Brainrot, Grow a Garden, those are, you can replay forever, basically, because you can grow anything. Steal a Brainrot, that's basically a game loop. It's got a game loop. But my games like Mini Fighters, Space Campaign, SWAT Campaign, those would have a start and end. Really not a good idea to monetize those on Roblox, especially, because nobody would want to do that. The only things you can monetize really are story content and dying, because if you die and you want to respawn, you ask the user to pay like 400 Robux. And you need to charge a lot to get, a meaningful amount. Well, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to put microtransactions in my games, so I'd rather just charge you guys up front, like, hey, $5 to play this little game. Because come on, $5. That's you can buy candy for $5. I'm not going to charge you more than candy to play my game. Because I wouldn't expect anyone to freaking spend $20 on my 2-hour game either, and I wouldn't expect anyone to spend that much on microtransactions either. So that's how it goes. I hope you guys are like enjoying this talk, because I don't usually make videos like this. I don't know why I felt inclined to make a video like this, but I felt like it. Maybe I just want to show off my fashion. It's been a long time since I've worn a shirt that wasn't just the same gray shirt, but now I'm like spreading out my fashion sense, I guess. I feel pretty good about it. I mean, it's like light, it's like dark blue, but you guys can't really tell because low light environment. I would not say that I regret leaving Roblox. I would say I was actually pretty relieved in the early stages of leaving Roblox. I was definitely pretty relieved when I got off, because when I was working on Space Campaign, I think I was like feeling pretty stressed about the uncomfortable truth that I knew if I was making this game and I released it, it wouldn't really equate to anything financially. Like, it would have a lot of players, people would love it, people would want more content, but I'm not getting anything out of it, really. Besides the satisfaction of having a community. Community is great, but no money. No money. I can't ask the community to donate either, because, well, the community is full of kids, so not really a good idea anyway, because I don't feel comfortable asking kids for money. I would like the people who give money to me, I would prefer them to be people who are like, oh, this person is making something great, I'm going to donate a little bit of my income. Rather than, oh my god, this this game dev is the best, I'm going to give like $500 because he deserves it. Please no. Please no. Please no. I literally, child exploitation is literally the last of my desires. I do not want that. I do not want that at all. Not at all. But yeah, when I was working on Space Campaign, I was pretty stressed. So Space Campaign, for anyone who's new, was the Roblox game that I was working on, which, you know, featured a lot of content. It would have been very story based, you know, linear levels, all that. There was also going to be like 2 open world chapters. Insane that I came up with that. Well, not insane that I came up with that, but insane that I thought I could do that myself. Literally not possible. Well, possible, but it will take a long time. And I thought I was going to finish it in like a few, just like a year or 2. No way. I did not plan out for that at all. I did not have a freaking plan on how I was supposed to do that in 2 years. Oh my god, I did not plan for that whatsoever. I didn't ever sit down and just think, okay, so for Saturday, work on this, and for January, make sure this is done, and February, make sure this is finished as well. I never did that. Insane that I thought I could do that. For Mini Fighter, however, I was actually pretty good at planning, but I found that I left a lot of stuff for last minute sprints, like things like setting saving, the score system, what else, like combat voices, NPC outfits, cutscene smoothing, character designs. I left all those last minute, but level design and, well, I guess that's it. Level design was the only thing that I properly finished before everything else, which is the complete opposite of Space Campaign. Well, Space Campaign I never finished, but level design was not the focus of Space Campaign for its development when it should have been. Mini Fighter was the focus of the game. What? Level design was the focus of Mini Fighter for the majority of development. And I don't regret that, but I am paying the price for not working on the other things like settings saving and like custom outfit unlocking. I didn't think of how to do that. All I was thinking of was, how do I finish all these levels? And because of that, I thought the game was much closer to completion than it actually was. But we're here now. By the way, I'm gonna show you guys just how much I have to do. Like, I'll edit this into the video. I won't put it on the actual video, but I'll edit it into the video. Like, I won't put it on the recording, but I'll edit. Okay, sheets. Okay, so here's all the projects I have to do. So we have like NPC outfit system, story dialogue sequence, story cutscenes, settings, missions, quality of life, replay value, soundtrack, combat personalities, cutscenes, controller controls. I didn't put anything for that yet, apparently. But this is all I have to do. And you may be thinking, this is a lot, but these are actually basically just the last tasks. All the big stuff I feel like is out of the way, kind of. Well, not all the big stuff. Oh, weird. I guess I thought the missions were all the big stuff. But there was definitely a lot of other stuff that I neglected until right now, I guess. Things like cutscenes. I made that into like a sprint. I wasn't thinking of, you know, doing that early or anything. Voices for the cutscenes, I basically did that. Well, it doesn't feel like I neglected them, but I guess I just didn't consider them into account until like really late. Like settings, score system, I never made that a high priority until, you know, I had to make them. Like I feel like they're pretty important to have, so I kind of have to make them. And I'm kind of I feel like I want to beat myself up for not making them sooner, but I guess it's better late than never. I can't. So here's a message that I came across, which I think is very nice. Basically, I don't remember what it exactly was, but it was something along the lines of, what has been done is done, and now just move on, continue forward, do what you think, just do what you have to do, you know? And I feel like that actually really helped me. I didn't know it was going to be that helpful, but I guess I was just stuck on like feeling like I could have spent, you know, all this time on doing something to, you know, make things easier for the future me. Like I could have been working on the score system, you know, actually getting it done, hit markers, setting, saving, all that. But I guess there's literally no point in regretting it. You just have to keep going. Just go forward, do it. You know, don't stun lock yourself into thinking, oh, why didn't I do this? But just actually do it. And you know what? I guess I have to do it. It makes sense not to get stuck on it. So yeah, I guess that makes sense. But yeah, that's kind of what I want to think of. So, I mean, I'm looking at all this. Pretty annoying that I have all these tasks to do, but you know, whatever. Can't complain. Like as long as I get into a consistent flow of getting projects done. So all these count as projects. All these things, they individually count as projects. If I get into a consistent flow of getting projects done, that's basically all I need to do. That's basically all I need to do to ensure a smooth development. Like, come on now. We can complain forever, or we can actually get a game done. Also, I find it really hard to look at the camera because I keep looking at my face. I keep making eye contact with myself, but me is down here, not up here. I feel like it's more important to look at the camera. But yes, god damn it. So how is Mini Fighter coming along? Mini Fighter, pretty good, but you know, as I mentioned, a lot of projects to do. Sucky, but you gotta do them. So yeah, it's going pretty good so far. I mean, like, all I have to do is cutscenes, setting, saving. I said that already plenty of times. I don't think it would make like a success after I release it, because I don't think the gameplay is like engaging. It doesn't do anything new. But all I really set out to do was to make a game that's like basic. Just have a basic game. Make it like somewhat fun to play. You know, just a game that's like real nice to play. Like, if I had this game, I would play it, but I wouldn't play it like, you know, like religiously. I'll play it if it's on my phone. Like, if I'm bored and I'm like, oh, what do I do on my phone? Oh, I'll play Mini Fighter because I made that game. I would play it like that. But I don't think this game would be like, would hit Game of the Year or anything, because come on. But I guess that's kind of good, but I guess that is also like the opposite of what most indie game devs do, where like they make a game that's like really good, but they take too long with it because what they want to make would actually take way too long to finish. And I kind of want to strike that balance of having a game that's really nice. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be amazing, but just really nice to play, and making it fast to make. Because that's what I want to do. I want to make multiple games in 1 year. Like what people are used to is just games releasing like after several or at least 1 year of game development. But me, I want to make several games in 1 year. Because I feel like that would be really nice. I also feel like it would be good practice to practice like finishing a game and, you know, optimizing my strategies for how I can do that. Like, I can make a prototype pretty easily, make a game demo, make a game that's fun to play. But making a finished game, now that is an entirely different thing. You would need to have levels, balancing that lasts hours, you know, rewards, things like that. But if I put a system in place which makes these things easier, so what I'm thinking of doing for my next games is procedural level creation, right? Procedural level generation. So my games would still be story based, but the levels are procedurally generated, so I don't have to worry about designing like 60 or so levels just so I can get it to like 8 hours of playtime. I can just let the game generate that for me, right? I can just let it generate it for me. Like my next game, for example, would be like a brawler game which lets you drive on a road and, you know, beat up people on top of vehicles. For all the levels, all I really need to do is just have a system that generates road tracks and places objectives in front of one another. That's all I really need to do. Really straightforward. Basically, I don't need to design anything besides the actual objectives. I can just design like 6 objectives and then just repeat that for like 50 or 30 levels. Like maybe I could make a longer game with that if it doesn't like get stale after like a few playtime. I don't know, play sessions. If it doesn't get stale after playing it for a long time, then I can really stretch it out, you know? But yeah, going back to the Roblox space campaign thing, I was definitely feeling pretty stressed out when I was working on it, because I knew that Roblox, if I was on Roblox, I would not be making that much compared to what people are giving me. Like, people would be giving me profit. People would be giving me money, you know, from Robux, but I would only be getting like 19% of it because of how much Roblox would take away, and I don't think that's very fair. I think 30%, I think the corporation taking 30% would make more sense, but come on, 80%? It's too much. 40% maybe, but 80? Come on. What can I do with that? Change, dude. Pocket money. It's like when you get a red letter, an envelope, and your parent uses it on bills. Only Asian Chinese kids would get that. So yeah, there was definitely always a lingering thought around my head that when I was working on Space Campaign, that I would definitely just not be able to make that much. But I always had that hope of maybe I could just cross that barrier and just get through it, like blast through it. Maybe my game would get popular enough, get enough playtime, get enough profit to hopefully just blast through the relevance of having the 80% cut from Roblox. Because I would take 20%. I would take like 19%, 20%, 20%. You know, I'm just going to say 20% now. Because the money that would go to me would be 20% of what is actually being given. So I feel like if I had enough players, like if the game got really, really popular, it would blast through that margin. Like maybe it doesn't matter that I'm only earning 20% anymore. Because for instance, maybe I could be earning $200,000 a year. Like that would be a lot. Although, it took me a long time to really get out of that hopium and come to terms, yeah, that's really unrealistic. Like, how many people am I really expecting to get to play my game? So I guess I feel like another philosophy that I latched onto was less is more when I'm not on Roblox. Because if I'm on Steam and 50 people bought my $5 game, do I need to calculate that? I'll calculate it. Yeah, I'm Asian. I'm bad at math. I'm not bad at math, but I'm bad at quick maths. Can't do quick maths. Calculators are just too reliable. Okay, so $50 buy my $5 game. So that would be $250. Honestly, not bad. Not a lot, but not bad. I mean, better than nothing, I guess. Because like to some people that might be a lot, 250, like, oh my god, that's so much. But so here in Australia we have a system called Centrelink, and currently I'm on the youth allowance system, which gives me $477 in a fortnight, and I give 377 of that to my mother, my family, so that they can pay off bills, buy food stuff and whatnot. So I just keep $100, but I don't spend $100. I just keep it in my savings so I can do something with it later in case I wanted to. But that usually never happens. So 250 would not be that much. No, not that much for me. But it will be nice. You know, it's better than like $5. So yeah, that's what I mean when I say 250 isn't that much, because come on, I would be making 200 a week. And I'm not saying 200 a week is a lot. I'm saying it's like enough to cover basic necessities. This is so hard to talk about because I don't know if my audience knows about the value of money or not, because it's like, from what I've seen, it's like mostly kids to teenagers. I don't know if I have mature adults watching this. Working class adults, please back me up in the comments. But yeah, so 250 would not be that much. Trust me, please trust me. If you don't understand, just please trust me on that. It is not enough to cover basic necessities. It is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. So I'm saying that's trash, but I didn't even compare it to like Roblox. Okay, so 50 people buy my $5 game, $250. 500 people. No. 50 people. Let's get reasonable now. 50 people spend 400 Robux, which is around $5 on my game. That is 20,000 Robux, which makes $76. $76. That's a lot of dollars, isn't it? JK LMAO. That is not a lot of dollars. I look like Junkler. What the hell? So 76 on Roblox, but 260 on Steam. So that's not that good. At least when we're working with equivalent numbers. You could make an argument that Roblox would have more people pay attention to your game. Could be true. Although, I think I'd rather work with... I think I'd rather work with shallow numbers instead. But yeah. Why was I talking about this? I don't think Unity or Godot is neither easier nor harder than Roblox. Actually, in some parts it is easier, because you can... In some parts it actually is easier, because you... In some parts it actually is easier, because you can actually... There's actually some, like... Because there's actually some things which make it really clear that this is actually a game engine. Like, okay, so Unity and Godot have a scene system which lets you load a scene into the game. You can load multiple scenes together as well. Think of these as like maps of scenes, basically. So I didn't describe this too well, but a scene would basically just be like a level, basically. So you would have enemies on it, or like, you know, a cutscene event happening on it, things like that, scripts. Like, you can load like a main menu with like a main menu UI plus a main menu background map, like a forest or something. Or you can like load a level, as you're playing like a game, like, oh, I want to load scene number 5, and then you just load like the forest combat encounter map, and you can just work on that. You can just do it like that. On Roblox, I had to write a plugin to let me do that. So here's Roblox's implementation of scenes. You would have places. So that you would need to teleport players to a new server with a place. You can visibly see a loading screen. In Unity and Godot, you don't need no loading screen. You can have one if you want, but you don't need it. It just loads it. No loading screen or nothing. It loads it. And it works perfectly. But for Roblox, I had to write my own plugin to let me do that. It's basically like just map stuff inside a folder, and then you put that folder inside like server storage, and then you have lighting data, you load it with the plugin, it loads the lighting data. Oh, revolutionary, but freaking it takes so long to load the damn game. Because it basically is loading the whole map. Every single map in the gosh darn game. Unless you want to use like freaking toolbox system where you save it to your inventory and load it, you know, like a cloud system. Good luck doing that. Dang nightmare. Wow, I'm so relieved I'm not on Roblox. Because on Unity that would be so much easier. And Godot. Unity and Godot, they compete with each other, but that's good for us because they would want to be better than each other. Godot for life. Godot is just faster to work with. Unity, you need to wait for your script to compile like freaking for 5 seconds. 5 seconds doesn't sound like a lot, but it adds up. Probably isn't even 5 seconds, probably more like 10 minutes. 10 seconds, I mean. You have to like watch a YouTube ad every time you want to compile your scripts. It's crazy. JK. But Godot is much faster. I will say Unity was much faster for level design, but I haven't done level design for Godot yet, so I'm not going to say that. But level design wise, Unity was very good. Coding wise, Unity is very slow. Because now that I'm doing all these projects which need me to code everything, it's been such a slog. It's been such a slog. But now that I switched to Godot for my, you know, future game, so fast. So fast. I know how to do everything. Well, I don't know how to do everything, but I can learn much faster because I don't have to wait for the script to compile. Jesus Christ on a motorbike. Will I go back to Roblox? No, I would not go back to Roblox whatsoever. No chance in heck would I go back to Roblox. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Am I sorry? Someone tell me in the comments if I'm sorry or not. There's also the weird stuff that Roblox is going through. Free Schlep. David Baszucki. I remember seeing that one YouTube short of David Baszucki's daughter going like, "My dad is the Roblox CEO." And I was like, well, that is a really hot take to post. But then I found it was posted in 2022 and I was like, oh, that makes sense. Really hot take to keep up. It's a really hot take to keep that video public. Gosh, why the hell is David Baszucki so stupid? I'll be so scared to say that before, but now that I'm non-Roblox, I literally don't care. I mean, freaking, I have games I still need to open source. I'm basically, honestly, at this point, just don't even think about it. Just assume that I won't open source my games. It takes far too much effort to do. Because, god dang, Roblox makes it so hard. I need to make tutorials on how to let you guys know that you guys need to, like, freaking re-import animations. It's gonna be such a pain in the butt. What the heck? I don't want to do that. I don't want to make a tutorial. I just want to freaking open it and let you guys download it. Come on. What are we doing here? With Godot and Unity, I can do that easily. If I wanted to open source my project, just go like, hey, I zipped up the game project file. Download it, you guys. Go for it. Here's the GitHub link. Download it right there. Source code, everything. Roblox, freaking, I gotta go like, oh my god. Okay, so you gotta go here, do this, do this. Like, come on. Come on. Jesus. I just want to delete. I wish I could rewind time and never do Roblox. But then I wouldn't be a game dev, probably. I probably wouldn't be a game dev then. No regrets. No regrets. No regrets. None of it. Maybe I should put my camera lower. No regrets. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. Avengers reference. There's also the fact that Roblox is a community which can be good and bad. On Roblox, you can feel very interconnected with the people that you're with. But you can also feel like there's some bad actors who can represent your community in a very negative way, which, you know. So I guess I would also feel good about escaping that. Because, well, Unity and Godot aren't quite what I would call communities, but maybe that's good. It could be, in a way, good. It's more part of the indie hive mind, more like the indie shelf, the shelf of indie games, I would say. Like, if I was making my game on Roblox, I would be standing among people like Steal a Brain Rot, Phantom Forces, Entry Point. Well, Entry Point's good. I just wish Entry Point wasn't made on Roblox. It would be so big. Entry Point would be so big if it wasn't on Roblox. I'm not even exaggerating. It would have had massive success. Maybe. Maybe. I hope it would have. I mean, it has, like, a good place to go. It could have had voice acting. If voice acting was free on Roblox, which is not, for a time you needed to pay to upload sounds. But if I made my game on Roblox, I would be among people like Steal a Brain Rot, Grow a Garden, Build a Boat to Treasure. Fun to play, but I would not say they are ethically concise. I don't know about Build a Treasure. I think Build a Treasure is fine. Build a Boat to Treasure is okay, I think. I haven't seen any do big studio stuff in Build a Boat, but correct me if I'm wrong. But the other games, definitely money printers. It'd also be hard to get on the front page if I'm making a game like Space Campaign. Nobody's going to be out here playing campaign games. Like, sure, there'll be people searching for them, but there won't be people who want to play them. Like, repeatedly. They wouldn't be people who want to revisit it constantly. Because nobody would do that. I wouldn't want to replay Call of Duty, like, hundreds of times. Maybe some would. I wouldn't. I don't think there's many people that would. And I feel like Steam or itch.io, you know, a place where you can offer a one-time payment for that would make more sense. Because then you wouldn't have to add microtransactions to your game just to ensure that you have a stable income. There's also Off the Radar, On the Radar. I don't remember what it was called. Under the Radar. That one's an upcoming story game too. It would greatly benefit from Unity and Godot's tools. Scene system. You know, it's a story game. Scene system, cutscenes. Godot and Unity natively support cutscenes. Roblox doesn't. You would need to animate it with Moon Animator. Makes no gosh darn sense. Makes no gosh darn sense. You can't even use Blender natively. You need to download an add-on for that. You need to download a plugin. What are we doing here? You guys, what are we doing here? Is this a joke? But when I'm making my game for like a platform like itch.io or Steam, I'd be standing among people like Undertale. Maybe not. Probably punching above my weight. I'd be standing in the same pit as Undertale, freaking I Am Your Beast, freaking Suit for Hire, Max Payne 3 kind of, Ultra Kill. I would be standing in that pit. I would not be standing with Steal a Brain Rot, Grow a Garden and all that. I would be standing among great games. And I feel honor in having that. Probably a false sense of honor, probably parasocial honor, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Disagree with me, understand, but I'm gonna take it. But yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like I would just be in the same pool as those games, which is great. I'll freaking make like no money because there's other games better than me, but I'll feel great, honestly. Like, come on, I'm in the sheer presence of these other games. My game is standing next to their game. Oh. I don't think that would happen, though. But it'd be in the same genre, on the same platform, in the same search query, is what I'm saying. And I feel that's really nice for some reason. Roblox, though, bottom of the algorithm. Nowhere to be found. Not even a discovery queue. No discounts, no nothing. Gosh. Just kids, just child exploitation, all that. Children exploiting children. Children who don't know how to pay children. Children who think they know how to pay children. Children who are just children. I wonder if joining a game jam would be fun. I kind of want to do that. I never worked with a team before, but a game jam would be a perfect place to do that. Just to join a team, which I have never met, and make some good friends like that. I could do that. Most of ever since I graduated high school, I feel like most of my friends have circulated online. Most of my friends just came from online. Most of my new friends just came from online, you know. But that's okay. I don't mind. Like, the friends I make are mostly from my community, and the people who volunteer to participate from my game, which is okay. I guess that's better than nothing. You know, I wouldn't be alone, I guess. I would always have someone to talk to. But I feel like my alternative would be like going on a social game like VR chat or something. That's something I want to do at some point, but I feel like it's a little bit scary, a little bit unpredictable. But I guess it wouldn't be as bad as the YouTube comments section. Probably not. I mean, I found that I can handle myself in the YouTube comment section. I mean, someone would make a mean reply and I'd be like, oh, but I'll go like, haha, you silly. And then that actually just makes me feel better. So I feel like I could take it if someone was being mean to me in VR chat or something. I'll probably be fine. But I know some friends who play VR chat. Maybe I could just join their friend group. Infiltrate their friend group. Stuff like that. I don't want to... See, another thing is that the people that I know think of me as, this guy is the game dev. This guy is awesome. I don't know if they actually think that. I hope not. I just want to be known as the guy who exists. Just be the guy who exists. Obviously, I still want my achievements to be noticed, but I don't want to be known as the Messiah, the elite statue. I just want to be able to just join a random friend's friend group and go like, "Hey guys, what are we doing?" Instead of it being more like, "Guys, I got the best game dev to join our friend group. Aren't I the best?" That would make me pretty icky. That would make me feel pretty icky. I would get the ick from that. I mean, it's been like 40 minutes of me talking. I mean, should I wrap up? I mean, I haven't like discussed something like this ever since high school. I'm not even discussing it. I'm just talking to myself about it. But that's okay. That's okay. It's good to let go of it in some way. I guess I feel pretty stagnated in terms of getting my game done, but complaining about it is not going to do anything. I need to just work on it. But I feel like the reason I haven't been working on it is because I haven't given myself a proper break. Maybe I need that at some point. I mean, I've given myself like 1 or 2 day breaks, but I never gave myself like a full week of a break, like a vacation. Because I don't really have anything to do for a break. Again, I don't do VR chat. I don't go outside. There's nothing for me to do outside. Besides shopping. Shopping is still work. I mean, I don't animate. I don't draw. That's still work. That's still like a workload. I also don't like YouTube. Doom scrolling. That's not good. That's not healthy. So maybe I should play with friends. Find some friends. Play with friends. Maybe VR chat could be what I do on my break days, vacations. I keep saying VR chat, but I don't mean specifically VR chat. I mean things like joining Discord servers and making friends like that or something, you know? Not just VR chat. It would be really nice. I always thought of myself as an introvert, as in like I don't like, you know, talking to people, but being lonely, I guess. That sounds sad, but I mean that in a literal way, not like oh, guys, I'm so lonely, I'm so sad. I mean that in a literal way, as in like I don't like in when you're in high school, you would always have someone to talk to because you have to go to school every day. But when you're not in high school, you don't have to talk to anyone. You don't have to talk to anyone in a day. You can go a whole day without talking to anyone. Me, I'm lucky. I have my parents to talk to, but like, you don't really have to. You don't meet anyone new when you're not at school, basically. But you know, me being literally lonely, not sad lonely, but like literally lonely, as in I wouldn't be talking to new people, has really made it clear to me that yeah, I need friends. I gotta have friends. Like, come on now. Is that even a debate? Friends, please. Get friends. Get some help. Have a friend group. Hang out. Play games. Whatnot. You don't have to play games. Just have conversations. Have nice conversations. If games are too high energy, don't do that. Just watch them play games or something. Just chat with them while they play a game. Maybe they can stream and, you know, you watch them. Things like that. So I think maybe I should do that. Honestly, this has been a pretty good talk. Definitely not the type of content I would make. I was actually thinking of making a channel which is more personal, more personal based, where I would just be doing talks like this. Maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I'll keep this on the Yellow Saber channel. Maybe I'll split it to a different channel. Don't know. But I feel it was productive anyway. Maybe I shouldn't care about what, like, the only reasons I would want to split them is because maybe there's some people who wouldn't want to watch them, but in that case, can't I just upload it and have them choose whether or not to watch it? And then maybe when I upload something, then they can decide, oh, I really want to watch this thing. I feel like I could just do that instead. And I feel like maybe that works. Maybe that works. Don't know. Perhaps it does. Perhaps it won't. Who knows? But if it goes into personal stuff like the type of people I want to get into relationships with, maybe that would be worthy of a new channel. Stay tuned. Maybe I'll make one. Don't know. But yeah, that's just an update of how I've been going with Mini Fighter and leaving Roblox. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. And if you guys want to see more, follow up on content, subscribe. If you guys want to have stream announcements, join the server. Or if you want to chat, you can join the server too. But yeah, that's been it. I guess I'll leave it. I'll leave you guys with my 3 principles. Stay safe, have a good day, and take care of yourself. I am Dave Smell. That is not my actual name. I'm Dave Smell. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you. I was about to do the Markiplier one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye bye. Imagine if I wasn't recording.